Today is World Press Freedom Day. It is a day to press onto the consciousness of citizens the importance of ensuring the impartiality of the media is not violated. Now, in the face of harassment and attacks on media personnel this year, the Nigerian Union of Journalists is advocating for more protection for journalists in the discharge of their duty. Maria Mohammed reports.
Every year, the World Press Freedom Day is celebrated to commemorate journalists and highlight the difficulties they face in reporting the truth. This year's theme, Journalism Under Siege, brings to focus how governments of various countries now use technological surveillance to monitor and impact freedom of expression. The freedom of expression and right to privacy are among human rights most impacted by digital transformation. In 2021, the Nigerian government, in its bid to control media, allocated 4.8 billion naira to the National Intelligence Agency to monitor WhatsApp messages, phone calls and texts. This raised a lot of concerns amongst journalists who would at times need to protect their sources of information. Another area of contention among journalists are the restrictions placed on information they can access from federal ministries, departments and agencies. The signing of Freedom of Information Act into law has done little to remove obstacles to how much information journalists can obtain from government. Beyond this, journalists find themselves increasingly at loggerheads with authority figures over their efforts to be the watchdogs of government as stipulated by the 1999 Constitution as amended. It has resulted in legal entanglement for journalists, often accused of libel and often detained for times on end or even jailed. Unfortunately, many citizens often do not appreciate the sacrifices made by media in bringing the truth to light. There are those who insist journalists have lost their way and have become increasingly mercenary and willing to sweep the truth under the carpet in return for the brown envelope. These Nigerians think journalism in the country has been compromised, and it is not surprising that journalism come under physical attack from citizens as a result of this. Emmanuel Obeche is the chairman, Nigerian Union of Journalists, Abuja chapter. He further enumerates challenges journalists face in Nigeria. He wants Nigerians to know journalists still play their role in holding governments accountable and urge support by the authorities at all levels in order for them to thrive. He also implored journalists to work as professionals who has the interests of the nation at heart.
When journalists operate in an atmosphere of fear, harassment, intimidation, arrest, and detention, democracy suffers, human rights suffers, good governance suffers. That is why there is need for government to provide a conducive environment for journalists and media workers to practice their craft.
The real ethic of journalists, being the watchdog of the public, is no longer there today. You hardly see a media house now that I don't know whether it is because of the harassment from the government that will say the truth even on the live program.
They give us the news nice, like maybe they have paid them before they come on air. But sometimes when they see the facts, they will do it in their own to please the government and themselves.
Other Nigerians express satisfaction with Nigerian journalists, believing they still stand in the gap to ensure government institutions and indeed society as a whole does not act with total impunity.
I think that yes, they are actually doing their job, because things are happening around us and they've not shied away from presenting those stories the way they are. To some extent, I think they are holding the government accountable for all their actions.
In order to maintain the core value of journalism, journalists are advised to always provide credible information, no matter the situation. Maria Mohammed, TVC News, Abuja.